Mayweather fighting in the octagon is looking more and more likely. TMZ asked him about his plans to fight in the UFC. Let's take a listen.
You working with Tyrone yet?
I'm gonna start soon.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we talk. We've been texting back and forth. We talked a couple of times, so we're gonna start working out real soon.
Okay, how do you think you're gonna have to adapt your game to deal with kicks in the octagon?
With any and everything, you got to make adjustments.
Right.
So it's probably gonna be a little difficult, but it is what it is.
They said it might take you about 3 months training. I mean, I know you train hard.
It probably need a little bit longer, even if it takes 6 to 8 months, whatever it takes. We want to make sure that everything is done correctly and everything is done the right way.
Do you expect to have to do any wrestling, or do you expect to knock?
I mean, it doesn't matter, you know, I can wrestle. You know, my wrestling game is not that bad. On a scale of from 1 to 10, I would say it's probably a 7. And I think we can take it up to like a 9, if possible. Of course, my hand game is, on a scale from 1 to 10, it's 100. And the kicking game, on a scale from 1 to 10, is probably a 4. So we have to tweak a few things, then take things to that next level.
Champ, are you going to go straight for McGregor? Are you going to take your vengeance back? You know, I mean, you already won in the ring, but...
I was thinking, I mean, me, myself, I really don't know. You know, we can't say. You know, that's why, you know, I pause, because I can't really say, you know. I have to talk with my team, speak with my father, and then see how it's going to play out. It's all about presenting the right numbers. And, of course, they're going to present the right numbers, and we're going to make it happen.
Shannon, how serious do you think Floyd is about fighting in the UFC?
I know he dressed serious. You saw that coat he had on, Skip? That's Croc.
Answer the question.
Yeah. I think it get...
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Skip, why you do this,
Yeah.
Skip?
Yeah.
I think Floyd is getting more serious because I think they presented some numbers to him. Because, you know, Floyd is a numbers guy.
Yeah, he
If
is.
it makes dollars, it makes sense.
Yeah, a whole lot of sense.
Skip, he keeps saying, okay, my hand game is this, and my kick game is that, my wrestling game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about your block game? What about your get up off the canvas game? You do realize they try to take you down. You do realize when they get you down, you got to get up. This is not like boxing where the referee will come in and separate you. Normally when the referee comes in to separate you, he's going to be raising the other guy's hand.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a sport, Skip, that you try to get into at 41. This is a young man, a young, talented man's game that's multifaceted in a lot of different disciplines. Floyd is all he's had to do was this. Left foot forward, hands up. Man, you could put that left or right leg forward and somebody will kick it out from up under you. Just like, you know, you kick the kickstand from a bike and the bike will fall over. That's exactly what happened in the UFC. Skip, this grown, they don't play up in there. You think you know what? Hey, Dana, what can you get your boy? You know, what can you offer your boy? Hey, Woody. I know T. Wood, and I texted him last night. He says, hey, all I know is that I'm supposed to start training him soon. That's all I can tell you is.
Ooh, Shannon with the
a lot.
scoops.
Because you asked?
Skip, I don't know what, look, in the last 4 years, Floyd Mayweather's made $500 million. 26, 27 million to fight Pacquiao, 300 million to fight Conor McGregor. So a little over $500 million. Skip, if he needs money, if he likes money, sell 1 or 2 of those jets, downsize, and live a little more modest. Okay, you don't want to do that. Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous.
I mean, he's not Floyd Modest Mayweather.
Okay. How about this, Skip? If you want to make some money, fight Alexander. Fight Earl Spence. Fight somebody that do what you do, what you were great at. Now, Skip, if he goes in there and lose, nobody's going to think. And you know why? People will watch this. It will be a very watched fight. Because you know why? They want to say, I saw Floyd Mayweather get his kicked. That's what they want to see. But nobody's going to think, because nobody thinks less of Conor McGregor, because nobody, with the exception of Conor McGregor, Dana White, and Skip Bayless, ever thought that Conor could beat Floyd. Nobody thinks Floyd Mayweather is going to go in there and beat a UFC fighter. I don't care. I don't care if the guy is an amateur. But even an amateur, he's been fighting, he's been wrestling, he's been Muay Thai, he's been doing something. He's just not saying, you know what, I think that's what I want to do. At 41, and he says it's going to take him, what, 6 to 8 months. So he might be 42 before he gets into the ring.
Yep.
Skip, you know this wouldn't end well. But you would like that, because you want to see somebody beat the brakes off Floyd. That would give you great satisfaction, because you lost to me and you lost to Floyd Sr. You had to buy a suit. You had to come out your bank account and give Floyd Sr. a suit.
$1,000.
Yeah. And so
Not the best suit in the world, but a pretty good suit.
But now you want retribution. You want someone to make you whole again.
Yeah, and Floyd Sr. is going to re-bet me that $1,000.
No, don't do it.
This is happening. You know it, and I know it. Those were specifics from Floyd Jr., right? Those were details.
Yeah.
He's thinking hard about this. He had gone through the whole process of, well, my wrestling game's this, and my kicking game's
His wrestling game ain't that. Skip, wrestling in the UFC, in the octagon.
He gave his wrestling game a 7 on a scale of 10.
Wrestling with your homeboys and wrestling in the UFC is something entirely different, Skip.
By the way, he still had those same 2 bodyguards with him that Conor shamed during the media tour right before the fight.
No, just stop.
Standing in the background.
Talk about he goes 7.
Yeah. 7.
They got the NCAA's wrestling on right now. You watch that and you tell me which one Floyd's going to beat.
I agree.
Well, wrestling and getting elbowed and punched while you're
exactly.
So, to me, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is addicted to a spotlight that only Conor McGregor can generate for Floyd at this stage of his career. You know this, and I know it, and Floyd knows it, that the only payday out there for Floyd that is significant, that is worth training for, is a Conor McGregor in the octagon payday. Am I right?
Yeah.
Because that's another, what do you do, $300 million in the boxing ring with Conor, right?
Skip is not going to go in.
What would this generate? Could this go 400 million, 500 million? Seriously.
Skip, Floyd has done a great job over his 20-plus year career of avoiding the big shots. And that's why he has no marks on his face and he still has his speech. Skip, no one has 20-year careers in MMA. There's a short shelf life because you battle. There have been fights Floyd didn't even get touched in the head. He didn't get touched in the face. You're not going in that sport and not being touched upside your head. It's not going to happen.
Okay, you realize the more you say that, the more he's going to do that.
Well, that's his
because
head.
Floyd is so arrogant. He is so full of himself. He is so sure of himself. He believes he can beat Conor McGregor at his own game, which is the octagon game, with his little legs and his little torso.
Did you see how he ran through Jose Aldo? He's run through some of the best fighters the sport has ever seen in that weight class. He's destroyed them. You actually think a man can come off the street, because that's what Floyd would be doing. Boxing and MMA are world apart. Yeah, they're no. One of the pugilist sport. MMA is combat. Mortal combat.
It's Mortal Kombat. I mean, you have some pugilism in it, obviously.
Yeah, but
some of that would benefit Floyd. But Floyd's little hands are brittle. Are they not brittle? Has he not had issues with his hands? And all of a sudden you take those, what did they end up agreeing to?
8 ounce.
8 ounce gloves. You take those off and you basically, you're pretty much bare knuckle. You got little leather things on.
Let me ask you a question. In the MMA, and I followed the sport because the first 2 was held in Colorado. Guys in the MMA says, you know what, this guy can wrestle. I'm going to prove to the world I can beat him doing his thing. They try not to let the guy get close so he can take them down. Okay, this guy is a great stand-up fighter. My job is to try to take him to the ground. In boxing, okay, Floyd is a great counterpuncher, but what you going to try to do? So you try to make it a street fight. Nobody's going to. Does Floyd understand how this works? That they say, okay, Floyd is tremendous. Like you said, he got 100 hands. So you think people are going to stand there and say, okay, I'm going to beat Floyd Mayweather in UFC throwing punches. They're going to take a little butt, they're going to kick him on one of them legs, and you're going to, and then here comes the flying knee kick or the elbow strike. And then what? And Skip is happy. He get a little $1,000 back. He like the little legs, little torso.
Can you envision?
No, I can't.
Listen, Floyd on the ground in a headlock and Connor's just giving him this in the face.
No, if Connor's gonna be elbowing him because that's the thing. You want to do some damage, so you want that elbow to open up cuts. The hammer fist ain't gonna do him no. See, Floyd wants to embarrass him like Floyd somewhat did to him. So he's gonna elbow. He's gonna knee. He wants Floyd out. He wants them to come in there and they take Floyd out on the stretcher. So Connor will be in the best shape of his absolute life. And he would destroy Floyd inside of 2 minutes.
Really?
Instead of 2 minutes.
Inside.
That's very generous of you.
Wow.
Inside. Oh, yeah, boy. He going to
I'm
run.
going to give him 30 seconds.
No, I'm running.
It's not that big.
Yeah, I'm going to run. That's okay.
You can run for a minute and a half?
Yeah.
Maybe.
No.
Yes.
Floyd.
Yes.
Skip, the man is
Yeah.
Skip. He's the only fighter that's
try to talk him out of it, and the more you try to talk him out of it, you're talking him into it.
Skip.
He'll say, watch this.
What good? Let me ask you a question.
He's going to be off the Shannon team.
What is good is all those Hermes bags. That croc jacket is $100K. I know.
You're talking to Floyd Money Mayweather.
What good is that if you don't know what the hell you
Not
got?
downsizing.
You know what?
Fight Earl Spence Jr.
He was in the biggest spotlight, Floyd was, he's ever been in before that boxing match against Conor McGregor. And all of a sudden, the lights went out. All of a sudden, he went back to his normal life, and he's flying around going to basketball games, and he's thinking, I just watched Tom Brady almost win a Super Bowl at 40, and he's saying, Tiger's back at 42? I could do this at 41.
40's the new 30.
Tiger ain't taking no... Dustin Johnson is not trying to knee Tiger side his head when he putting.
He may think about it at some point, but...
Skip.
50's the new 40, right?
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I wish I might get it there. I ain't trying to fight nobody. Skip, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to gas him up. You want to see him taste defeat. That's what you want.
I don't think we have to do anything. He seems gassed up enough on his own.
This man is hell-bent
Ready to
do
wrestle.
this.
Okay, Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go wrestle.
Well, he better go to WWE then.
You know what?
That's a good idea.
I'll be there on this
I
one.
don't know if he's getting $500
I'm
million
going
for
to be
that, though.
octagon side for this one. I'm going to be in the splatter zone.
Hold on. Why you want to go to this fight, Skip?
Well, I just think
Ain't no just. There's
gonna be
always
some
a
blood
reason.
spilled in
There's
this
never
one.
just.
There
Well, you
wasn't
don't
any
have to worry.
blood
We don't have
spilled,
to be
Neil.
there long. It'll be like, what, 30 seconds?
Yeah, come on.
No, I want no parts of this.
Yeah.
Please, Floyd, don't.
Richard Sherman ripped Pete Carroll yesterday, and we'll discuss that with Greg
You
Jennings.
owe that key.